a system that allows for activities to be channeled through local governments as we continue to serve as leaders and as government. Madam Speaker, for emphasis, allow me to quote the Constitution, Article 176C. At 176, bracket 2, the following principles shall apply to the local government system. The systems shall be such as to ensure that functions, powers, and responsibilities are developed and transferred from government to local government units in a coordinated manner. Madam Speaker, you have already ruled that the Honorable Minister shall come back here with the full report. May it please you, therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, to request the Minister to also brief this House on how far they have gone to use the local authorities as we progress and do a number of activities this term. Madam Speaker, I want to report to you that continuously the executive has imposed on the powers of local governments. We learned some time back that if you pretend to employ somebody, that person will also pretend to be working for you. Madam Speaker, I want to know from government why it is that our colleagues, the leaders in local governments, are now bypassed and hold no role as the leaders of the people at that level, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, I further contend that anything which is done in Uganda while the implementers ignore, refuse, or even fail to involve the local leadership is a constitutional matter. And to that extent, Madam Speaker, anybody who avoids this route is or she is presenting here an illegality. So, Madam Speaker, we have been asking what is so different between the RDC and the chairman of LOC5. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Numbers, for giving way.
By the way, you have given out your time, Honorable Numbers.
Madam Speaker, the information I'm giving to my colleague is that today morning I got information from my district that the Permanent Secretary of Local Government has written to all districts instructing them not to hold district council meetings as long as there is still lockdown. Now, that means whether we pass supplementaries, whether we send money to districts, district councils cannot sit. Yeah. This is information I got because Buhwesh District Local Government was supposed to have a district council which has been cancelled. So, linked to what the member is raising, maybe the minister will inform us, or the prime minister who is here, on whether district councils cannot sit and do business as usual, yet we as parliament, we are sitting under lockdown.
But members, I would really love if, when you're coming with such a statement, you come with a copy of the letter and lay on table, other than relying on hearsay. Because if somebody is calling you and saying we are not supposed to sit, is it documented? Let's have evidence-based debate. That there is an evidence here, I'm laying a letter on table that district councils are not supposed. It's not about a rebuttal. It's not about a rebuttal, but I'm saying we need evidence-based debate, not just a hearsay.
Madam Speaker.
I'll bring it tomorrow morning.
Madam Speaker, I beg that you allow me to notify this House that I will bring a motion concerning the issue about decentralization. I'm very grateful for the time you have given to me, Madam Speaker. And
Madam
I'll be very, very happy if you find it appropriate to allow my motion and the debate about decentralization.
We'll wait for your motion and we decide when it comes. Members, I received a lot of cheats. I want to inform members that when you have a matter of national importance, kindly take it to my office. Give it to the personnel in my office, at least before midday. And that will be captured for as a matter of national importance. But when you keep sending me cheats here, it won't be considered. I also have a number of issues that were supposed to be responded. One from Honorable Kaberuka, from Honorable Isa Ahmad of Kapir, Honorable Asimwe Enos, Honorable Celia C. Awogon, Honorable Koluo, Honorable Kiwanuka, Honorable Apollo Christine, Honorable Ndiwalana Christine, and Honorable Zijan, Honorable Feta, Honorable Donald Katari from Buenje, and then Honorable Ezama Silaj. The responses are ready with the ministers. We also have issues that we have received from the following MPs that are being processed for responses from the ministers. There is one from Honorable Betom Ben, Honorable Celia Steele, Honorable Lanya, Honorable Chen Dokas, Honorable Edakasi, Honorable Kelo from Maruzi, Honorable Achan Joyce, Honorable Amos Okot, Honorable Laura, Honorable Mariam Makaye, Honorable Semwanga, Honorable Apollo Christine, Honorable Nakato Mary Annette, Honorable Sylvia of Kamwenge, Honorable Ababiku, Honorable Feta, Honorable Musingu Siona, Honorable Amos Okot, Honorable Bedi Buanika, Honorable Buire Sanon, Honorable Isabire Aga. Those will be presented in the next, but I also request that when the ministers are responding, they should be brief, and also members should not interpret for us, interfere a lot for us to be able to get a feedback in time. We are now going to the Prime Minister's time. It is the first time we are having the Prime Minister's time, and the Prime Minister has given me a response for only 2 questions. Other questions that had been raised have been responded by other ministers. Next time, we'll have a comprehensive Prime Minister's time. Prime Minister.
Item number.
And after the Prime Minister has made a presentation, the leader of opposition, as per the rules, has a right to reply.
Madam Speaker.
Item number 4, Prime Minister's time.
Let's hear what Lop is saying.
Yeah,
yes?
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. with all due respect with the guidance you have given on matters of national importance. But, Madam Speaker, there are matters of urgent public importance that are matters of emergency that require urgent attention. How would it be compliant with the procedure that guides those urgent matters to postpone them, like you have said that they will be raised later, early next week, when they are urgent?
If the matters came to my office, actually the matters are coming on the table. So how do you expect these matters to be raised? And you are the one who made the rules of procedure. You say the Prime Minister's time will always start at 4 o'clock on a Thursday. If there are matters of national importance, we are sitting on a Tuesday, they will be raised. Sitting on Wednesday, they will be raised. So there shouldn't be any issue of, unless if you want us to review the Prime Minister's time. And remember, I have said on matters of national importance, the matters must be brought to my office before midday, before we come to the house. You cannot bring me your matter in the house when I'm seated here. Sincerely, bear with me also. Prime Minister,
thanks so much, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues. I want to first of all inform colleagues that under Rule 41, the Prime Minister's time, sub-rule 1 up to 9, there shall be time designated as Prime Minister's time, commencing at 4, like we have already guided every Thursday. During the Prime Minister's time, the Prime Minister may make a statement. All questions may be put to the Prime Minister relating to the matters of government policy or general performance of the government and government agencies. Questions to the Prime Minister shall be made in writing and submitted to the clerk. The clerk shall enter all questions in the Prime Minister's question record book and select 15 questions by raffle, which shall be forwarded to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister shall provide written responses copied to the relevant member and respond to these questions during the Prime Minister's question time. The clerk shall publish a list of all questions and the responses made every month. In the absence of the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister may make a statement or answer questions put to him or her. The Prime Minister's time shall not exceed 45 minutes. Right Honorable Speaker, in view of the fact that this is the first time I'm being given questions, and the fact is I have not got these questions apart from the ones they have given me here. I request you to guide whether it is procedural okay for us to continue now.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, we have 2 questions that your office told us you're ready to answer.
Okay, let members, those 2 questions.
Now, those 2 questions, the rest will push, which are not very urgent, who will push to the next sitting. But the urgent questions, we'll handle them on Tuesday, Wednesday. Honorable Lukwago John Paul, MP Chotera. Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise on a matter of procedure. It shall be recorded that during the Prime Minister's question time, members in the plenary will get up to contribute through catching your eye, Right Honorable Speaker. And then the Prime Minister would answer the questions there and then, or inform this House that she will return at such and such a day with the detailed answer. The procedural matter I'm raising, therefore, having heard the presentation of the Right Honorable Prime Minister, which in one way or another shows that she's not ready. If it would not be procedural, okay, Right Honorable Speaker, that we use this time to raise the question is the Prime Minister notes them down and bring us the answer on Tuesday. May it please you, Right Honorable Speaker, to give us guidance.
Madam Nambose, it is so unfortunate at the time when we changed the rules towards the end of the term, you were busy on a campaign. But if you can check Rule 41.3, kindly look at the rules. The rules were changed in your absence.
Madam Speaker, just also for emphasis, I think it's very important that the member checks in her bag which was given to her when she was sworn in, where we put in a new copy of the rules. She must be referring to the old rules. It's very important for members to get copies.
I have already made a ruling to that effect. Can you?
Madam Speaker.
Honorable Lukwago John Paul. Madam.
I beg for your indulgence, Madam Speaker.
Teacher, we change the rules.
Madam Speaker, allow me to say this, Madam Speaker.
Can I read you the rules first?
Before you read them, Madam Speaker, it is a known fact that each parliament must make its rules. The 10th parliament in their last days, instead of concentrating on saying bye-bye, they sat here, amended the rules, and now we are being denied the opportunity as 11th Parliament to make our own rules of procedure, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Nambose, I am imploring you to bring a motion to change the rules, and then we shall have rules of 11th Parliament to the effect that...
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to request you, if you look at Rule 41 and Rule 42. Rule 42 gives members time to raise questions to the ministers. And then from our parliamentary rule of procedures and the normal sittings, there is no time that a member of parliament is given an opportunity to ask the minister. I'm requesting you, Right Honourable Speaker, through your discretions, if you can combine the questions to the Prime Minister and the question to the ministers at the same time. I think that would give more time for members of parliament to ask. You know, with these ministers, we have so many concerns that we are supposed to raise as members of parliament, and the Prime Minister has a right to choose any minister to respond to the questions raised by members of parliament. I am requesting you, Right Honourable Speaker, through your authority, if it is okay, you could combine that so that when members of parliament comes, they ask the ministers and the prime ministers at the same time. I beg to move.
So on Thursdays we shall be having oral questions to ministers from 2 to 4. From 4 we shall be having the prime minister's time. But matters of urgent importance shall be discussed Tuesday whenever they come before the house starts.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. For the record, I'm Lukwago John Paul Mpalanyi, the Member of Parliament, Chotera County. I'm raising under Rule 41 of an issue concerning Chotera Masaka Mutukula Road. Without overstating the importance of this road, the road was built in 1960, and it has a stretch of 96 kilometers from Masaka to Mutukula, which is one of the major routes linking and promoting trade ties and cooperation between Uganda, Tanzania, and the rest of the East African partners. The state of this road has deteriorated over the years, which is adversely affecting the traffic flow. In 2003, that's the last time the government upgraded the section only Chotera Mutukula to Class 2 bitumen standard. Since then, there hasn't been any civil works on this road. However, the commissioning of the Mutukula one-stop border post in 2016 has witnessed a surge of volumes of cargo traffic flow, and the Masaka Mutukula road has occasioned its gradual deterioration. Now the question is, could the Right Honourable Prime Minister inform the House of plans by government to rehabilitate Masaka Mutukula road? Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Thank you so much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, the visibility study for that road and the details to rehabilitate that road, that is Mutukula Masaka, was completed in October 2020 and will be financed by AFDB grant through ESC. It was agreed in ESC Council of Transport and Works Ministers that the road rehabilitation work is implemented as a regional project. And the ministers were to inform finance ministers, submit requests through ESC. On 9th July 2021, the Honourable Minister for Works wrote to the Minister of Finance to request for funds from AFDB through ESC. We will continue to rehabilitate that road, that is to patch the potholes until funds for rehabilitating that road are secured. Thank you so much.
Honorable Prime Minister, what timeline have you given to the ministry to follow up on this funding?
Right Honourable Speaker, I can give 2 months from now.
So, Honourable, you will get a response in 2 months' time. That is a statement from a leader of government business. An assurance that in 2 months' time we will be good to go. Honorable Magogo Moses, Budiope County East.
Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Magogo Moses Hasim. I represent the people of Diope East, Buyende District, Okuve Busoga. I rise on the matter of concern of the people of Diope East and generally Buyende District. And this is the matter of the road network in the area I'm talking about. Buyende District happens to be at the end of Busoga, between the fingers of Lake Choga. In the 90s, the road network, and we have only one road under the control of UNRA in the area, this road was bad. 10 years later, the road became terrible. Today, as we speak, the road is impassable. What used to be transport by road is now transport by water of a road which is under the control of UNRA. The question, I would like to bring it to the attention of the Right Honorable Prime Minister and government, that what is the plan of government in as far as addressing the situation of this road which comes from Kamuli district to Iyingo, the landing point, which connects to Serere district across the lake, but also goes through Irundu and back to Kalilo district. If the road is not done, the people of Diope East are being cut off from the rest of the country, and we shall soon become an island instead of being part of the mainland. Thank you very much.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you so much, Honorable Magogo. Kamuli Kidera Bukungu in Buyende is due for upgrading to tarmac. There is a contractor maintaining that road. UNRA has a framework. UNRA has a framework contractor working on maintaining Nabirumba Buyende Kidera Julia Samp, and that will be worked on this quarter. Kamuli Ringo was worked on under Rock Trust Limited. All this will be reviewed again and an intervention made in quarter 2. Kaliro Irundu is under periodic maintenance by Swift Engineers Limited. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move.
Madam, did you say Kamuli Kidera? Actually, that is a different road. There is Kamuli, there is Kamuli Road.
There is Kamuli Ringo.
Yes.
There is Ndulia Samp, which he talked about. There is also Kaliro Irundu, which he talked about.
Yes.
Kaliro Irundu is under periodic maintenance by Swift Engineers, and road works is starting very soon.
So, when do you expect the road works? In how long, Madam?
Like I've told you, the quarter releases, the releases for this quarter have just been sent, and the work is going to start this quarter. Thank you so much.
This quarter? Okay, thank you. Members, after the Prime Minister's time, it is only the leader of opposition who has a right of reply as per the rules. You see, these rules were made when Nambos was not there. So now, the leader of opposition, can you reply?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister, for attempting to answer the questions that were raised by members. Madam Speaker, these rules were improved upon so that the Prime Minister's time does not degenerate into a Q and a E time like it used to be. And the Prime Minister, if she were to conclude what she was reading in Rule 41, and particularly sub-Rule 5, the Prime Minister is required, and the word here shall provide written responses copied to the relevant members and respond to these questions during the Prime Minister's question time. This is the commencement day, I suppose. Next time we will be in absolute compliance with what the rules require. But Madam Speaker, the two questions that were raised were both on roads. And we know that our budget and the budgetary allocation is of the financial year 2021-2022. The lion's share of that budget were two sectors. The one of works and transport, and the docket under which these roads are supposed to be rehabilitated and maintained, as she has responded. It received well over 5 trillion. And the other lion's share was taken by security. Madam Speaker, there would be no justification whatsoever from the Prime Minister, who is leader of government business, with all that huge budgetary allocation, to still continue to have roads in deplorable state in this country, and of all places, even in the city of Masaka. So this remains a serious challenge and an egg on the face of the Prime Minister. I beg to respond.
Thank you so much, Leader of Government, Leader of Opposition, and thank you, Prime Minister, for your response. I also urge the members to make a close follow-up on their issues, since the Prime Minister has committed herself that within this quarter, work should be done. And Prime Minister, you need to appreciate what members are going through. Some of these people used those names as a campaign tool, that when I am in Parliament, I will make sure that this road is worked on. So we need to be mindful and help these members of Parliament in issues that they are raising. So I want to thank you for today's sitting. I want to thank you for coming. It is a practice that after the Prime Minister has spoken and given a statement, we do not have any other business, and therefore I adjourn the House to Monday.
Right Honorable Speaker, just a minute. I wanted to assure members that I'm there.
to the enlightening, life-changing, and world-filled broadcast brought to you by Glorious Church of Christ Ministries,
where all saints are equipped for ministry through the revelation of the new life by the Word.
For the Bible says in 2 Corinthians 5:17, therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. The old things are past. Behold, all things are new.
Now, join Pastor Isaac Chituka every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on UBC television as we experience and explore this new life in God through our Lord Jesus Christ. Now, the Word.
This week on UBC.
What scientists do, they find out which part of the virus or the bacteria is most important for protection, and they design it in the lab and they use it.
You mean to say the vaccine kind of provokes this defense system in the body?
Exactly.
To fight against the infection to which it's supposed to be armed against.
The COVID disease
when
itself,
you get COVID the chances
disease,
of getting clots are much higher.
You can get clots. The chances are higher than even with the vaccine. And death.
The Doc Talk Show.
Amazina ninye Dr. Nicholas Kamara, MP Kabale Municipality. Barunjimwe ubwire butulimu n'ubwire bimunonga n'ubwire bw'indwara ya COVID-19. Abamwe bamazire ku bukwatwa burwire, abandi nangwa eco busasi bamazire kufa. Nandabasha bandabehanangiriza kugira ngo burwiro bumpaha butatkwata kandi butajanjara. Turebeke ngo twakuratira endagiriro ya Ministry of Health. Umwe harimo kujwara mask, kandi mask wamara kujwara jijware eshweke eminwa n'inyindo, kandi ogumujujire bulikire kona. Ogumona bo mu ngaro buri shaha wamara kukwata ahantu hona kandi okolese na sanitizer. Utagumara kwata omumisho no mu nyindo no mu kanwa ubwire bwona wo kwatamu reba ngo wayoza amisho kandi wa nabo mu ngaro wamara kwatamu kumara muri umuruterane icyo kubanza mwe harenterane mutaza ahanfu muri binji mutaza aha mutazo mu mbaga muri binji kandi naho abantu binji beteranire urebeke ngo wahehara. Hariho n'ekikato icyo kuteza icyo kujema COVID-19. Rebeka ngo wateze kikateke. Government ekaleta ebikato byo kutera mu rwo kubanza abatize mu rwo kubanza kukirije cye ekindi otezo gwa kabiri. Kandi abatakatize muteze kikato habwo kubona niyo nigo muhanda mukuru munonga ubwo kukingira. Ubumanyiso bwa COVID-19 nibwo urasa kurira umushwija ningo hurire ahankanka aha maraka hazaho okururwa ninga okurore ninga oyise kubi munonga konkane kindi abamwe tibine bumanyiso urabasa kurira waje no tumanyiso sice munonga nko kubura mani okubura appetite hamwe no kurira te kunzire kurunje konke kikuru munonga wahurira oyina kamanyiso kora no kubereka atari kukorora ninga kugira umushija no kubire uri kugira ngo toyine man ogende jubaje babakukebere rero umushaka kugambire kokora etantale kandi kokora yerinde covid kandi washango jine bakwe n'umubazi bakutambira wewe munonga.
Hi there, Koba. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks, Mzee Kigo.
And how are your friends?
They're all doing well. Mzee Kigo, can I please go fishing with you?
And why do you want to go fishing?
I want to catch 2 fish to raise at home.
But do you really think you are ready for it?
What do you think is harder, fishing or raising fish?
I am talking about fishing, Koba. But if you pay attention, you can learn. Let me pack everything into the boat, then we can go. Is that okay?
How many fish do you think we're going to catch today?
Hey, Koba, my boy. How can we possibly know how many fish we'll catch until we've actually gone fishing? I mean, we could catch a few, or we could catch a lot. But don't you worry, Koba. However many we catch, we'll split, half and half.
What? Half and half? Does that mean we'll cut each fish into 2 pieces?
Koba, my boy. Half doesn't always have to mean cutting something in 2. It can also mean taking a group of things and dividing them into 2 equal groups. So you take one, and I take one. And you take one, and then I take one. Until they're all finished. You understand?
I get you now, Mzee Kigo. Oh, okay.
And you're going to learn a lot more today, my boy. A lot more.
Wow! You have to go really far out to sea to get these fish, eh, Mzee Kigo? What would happen if the boat sank? Do you know how to swim?
You ask too many questions, Koba. And of course I know how to swim. Now, Koba, you count out the fish while I pull in this net. Let's see just how many fish we caught, huh?
Okay, Mzee Kigo. There are 5 fish.
Well, that's plenty, Koba. Why don't we head back and split them?
Okay, but remember, we're splitting them half and half.
Let's get back to shore and then we can split them. Half and half. Oh, that was a long trip, Koba. But now that we're back, let's divide up these fish. You're a strong young boy. I'll let you do all the work, okay? So you divide them into 2 equal groups. One for you and one for me.
I understand you, Mzee Kigo. 1 fish here, 1 fish there, 2nd fish here, a 2nd fish there, a 3rd fish here, but there's nothing left to put there. Mzee Kigo, I've got 2 groups of fish and 1 leftover fish. What should I do?
So, how many fish does each group have?
Each group has 2 fish, and there's 1 fish remaining.
You said there are 2 groups of 2 fish and 1 remaining, huh? So we've divided 5 by 2 and we get 2 groups of 2 with a remainder of 1. So you throw that lucky 1 fish back in the sea.
Sure.
So now everything is fine and dandy, Koba. You see, you've got 4 fish now and you've divided them into even groups with none left over. Now we can say that I've got half and you've got half. You see, we each have 2 fish.
Oh, okay. Which means we each have half of 4, which is 2, right?
And now we're getting somewhere, Koba. Now, as an example, if we had 8 fish, how many would each of us get?
4 and 4, right?
That's right, Koba. You understand the meaning of half. So, tell me, what is half of 6?
Half of 6 is 3.
Well done, Koba. Now you go home with your 2 fish, and I'll take mine, okay? Say hello to everyone at home.
Thanks, Mzee Kigo. I'm coming back tomorrow, okay? morning, Mzee Kigo.
Hey, good morning.
Mzee Kigo, this is my little brother. He wants to learn how to fish too. Can he come along today?
No problem. What's his name?
It's Baraka.
Ah, Baraka. Mr. Baraka, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay now, Koba. It's now time to divide up the fish. But don't just do what you did yesterday, eh? Because today we have 3 people and 8 fish.
Baraka, divide them up.
1 here, 1 there, and 1 over there. A second here, a second there, and a second over there. A third here, a third there, and there are no more.
Those 2 fish got lucky. Throw them back in the water.
So tell me, what was the remainder?
Okay, well we have 3 groups, and in each group there are 2 fish with 2 remaining.
So, if you divide 8 by 3, you get 2 with a remainder of 2.
Yes, you're right. But, Mzee Kigo, yesterday we said we're dividing them half and half. But what about today?
Listen here, boys. If you divide something into 3 equal groups, we call each of those groups a third. Today, we got 8 fish, but we threw 2 back so that we could divide them into equal groups. 8 minus 2 is 6. Then we divided those 6 amongst 3 people. So, we each take 2 fish home. So what is 1/3 of 6, Baraka?
1/3 of 6 is 2.
Well done, Baraka.